So let's shift over to our books for this week, or books. And the reason I say books is because this one actually is a series called Dark Angel, written by a dude named James Duncan Lawrence. And I brought this one in because since we're talking Pam Grier, these books here, man, the Dark Angel series, this is almost like Foxy Brown, Pam Grier rolled. It's like Pam Grier imprints, like all her movies, Foxy Brown, Coffee, all of that rolled up into a book series. And all of these were released in 1975. The premise of the Dark Angel series is it's about a sexy private eye named Angela Hart. And like I said, Angela Hart could be Pam Grier in print when they think of it's almost like an amalgam of all her characters rolled up into one. And the ironic thing about this is the author of the author of Dark Angel, James Duncan Lawrence, he actually is the writer of the Friday Foster comic strip, which Friday Foster was turned into one of Pam Grier's movies in 1975. So interesting connection there. So the breakdown, again, when I think about Blaxploitation books, I say, could this be turned? Can I see this being turned into a movie? And absolutely, without a doubt. Book one is Angela Hart deals with the mob, crooked company execs, and a perverted psychiatrist, quack psychiatrist, all while trying to stop and get a piece of a $3 million heist. Book number two, where's book number two? So book number one was the Dream Girl caper. Book number two, can't see that too well because of the green screen, but that's the Emerald Oil caper. So let's put that back. Yeah, that green screen is knocking that one out. The Emerald Oil caper. This one, she takes a case to find out who murdered an oil company executive, and then throughout the book, she comes across underhanded deals, shady double crosses, sadistic thugs, and like freakish rich dudes. I can make a puppy joke here, but I won't. And this one, it's kind of like the arc of the Dark Angel series was kind of like the first book was good. The second book kind of went down, and sort of like when you think of Pam Grier's Coffee was good, Foxy Brown was good, but not as good. And then Sheba Baby and Friday Foster kind of went down. The Dark Angel series kind of followed that same path where the books weren't as good. But I will say this, the author did end up the series on a good note with book four. But the book number two, Emerald Oil Caper, though not as good, this one does have some great action sequences, some colorful characters. In fact, there's actually a pimp in this particular book named Long Dong Strong. Hilarious or what? Book number three, which was what was book number three? That was Gilded Snatch Caper. In that one, a rich man's daughter is kidnapped, and the Dark Angel is roped into work in the case. She got, kind of not blackmail, but they kind of worked her into work in this particular case. And though not happy about it, is always just like Pam Grier in her movies, the Dark Angel in her series always gets the job done nonetheless. And then the last book, like I said, it did end up on a decent note. That one, the Godmother Caper, in this particular one, Foxy, I'm equating her with Pam Grier already. The Dark Angel, Angie Hart, she's called upon to track down and exact revenge on a rapist. And while doing so, she finds that the case is turning into a lot more, from tracking down stolen antiques to fighting the mob, as well as black revolutionaries alike. So a lot going on in this particular book, and the whole series, the series as a whole. So I encourage you, if you can pick up, somewhere along the way, you can find them out there. Now, these, again, as with most Blaxploitation paperbacks, they are hard to find. But I think if you're able to come across any or all of these, you might be able to get them for a relatively inexpensive price, maybe like $20, $25 a pop.